The Alright, I'm a little late. Only by 5 minutes, but still a little late. Just double check everything. Thing here. There we go. Close out some windows so that I can get some more RAM for my computer. Yeah, we're just chilling today though. I went against Better Judgment and V6 Kukai. I just couldn't help it. 100 length for Mechty. 100 is still pretty solid. You at least get a 50-50 shot. Well, at least a bit more than a 50-50 shot. Great for long drives. You know, I used to do that when I was a delivery driver. I listened to podcasts, and yeah, I listened to podcasts and audiobooks when I was a delivery driver. It's pretty good. Glad to know it's helping you out. Hey, Warlock, how's it going? So I will say V6 Kukai is really, really, really good. So you should not feel bad for spending your tickets on that. I think the only other character who is worth doing V6 more than Kukai is either Springfield or Quinhua. And they won't be around for a while. Now you do want to V1 some characters. Like you want to V1 Springfield for sure. You want to V1 Vector. If you're meta, by the way. Only if you're meta. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. We'll see what happens when Leva and Rebella comes out. Maybe you want to V6 them. Did you see the new data mine that came out in CN? I've been ignoring it. Yeah, I've been ignoring it. Like, we're literally like a day away, so I want to experience it myself. No data mining for me. That Tome? How's it going? Raifu over meta, folks? Yeah. Honestly, this game is not hard. You're totally fine doing a waifu over meta. You should only really do it if you really care about Gunsmoke at the moment. That's a good choice, a Springfield 1903. I don't own a gun myself, or I don't collect guns myself, but I like the look of the Springfield rifle. Looks very classic, classy. Classic or classy? What's the best word for that? Let's go with classic. Let's see. You just gotta kill these two dudes. Probably want. Glad you bounced out from the burnout. Was really thinking for some more lore. Yeah, the burnout was a little rough. Yeah, to be honest, I was contemplating adding more games just so I can refresh myself. But honestly, just seeing the new patch drop in China just really revitalized me. So I'm really glad that happened, because now I'm just like going back in full force. It's really funny how seeing one of your favorites return really helps with motivation. Yeah, but it's still not as good as the most in the gun. The most in the gun will always be used, apparently. Been lazy on a horde. Been lazy on a horde and the boss one for a bit before this horde was stuck. So the horde stuff is easy, honestly. It doesn't take a lot of work. It's just a matter of time before you finish it. Oh, you did it after Kukai came out. That's right. I see now. Yeah, Kukai, she's just devastating. For example, that said, maybe I don't want to do that. No, we're fine. Just go over here. That's a lot more damage than I thought it'd do. Is Kukai devastating, or is just her ultimate? Kukai herself is very strong. She's not good versus boss fights unless you V6 her, though. Well, I should say she's not good. That's kind of a bad thing to say. It's more of like she's not as good against bosses. She's really meant to be there to shred things. But that's a very... It's not much of a downside, is the best way to put it. Oh, I can't reach there. She's so slow. You really gotta go all around? Yeah, this is my first time doing this map. So tomorrow, I will be doing the CN storyline, the new one. So we will be seeing all of our favorites. So that's Leva and Rebella and Softmod. Wonder what Softmod's new name is, honestly. Yeah, her grenade's great. I have an important question. How was your day? My day was pretty decent. I worked all day. Sakura's gonna be her name. Maybe. It depends. Yeah, let's get more damage on him. Yeah, I basically work online. I do data annotation. If you know about it, you know about it. But it makes it really easy to do this while also writing scripts for YouTube. Name's gonna be Soap. Yeah, about the data mining from CN, I have the only thing I've seen is just soft mods model. That's basically it. I have avoided everything else because it's coming out tomorrow, so I don't want to. I do not want to spoil myself for anything. You don't look at the CN channel. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not. I know. Now the only issue is that or rather we have not seen all of the CN storyline, so we may be a little lost. But at least from what I've seen, we're not that far behind. So we can probably infer what's going on. And anyone who has actually seen all of the Chinese storyline can probably help us out when we need it. I only see. Yeah, kind of some dots, yeah. I don't want to kill both. I don't want to kill Mr. Whitey that early because he's going to be a problem with his enrage. Now he's probably going to teleport over here, which would be fine. RPK did a lot wrong. I know RPK is one of those characters that's everyone has mixed feelings about because she's hot. Those crazy eyes do things for me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm the same way. Architect is my favorite SF unit. That's so wasteful. Do this. How long is this gonna be? I think it's 5 hours. Actually, no, it's entirely 5 hours, but I started streaming in the middle of it, so it should be done by 11 my time. So that's 4 hours from now. I think, if I got the time zone correctly. He's on fire. Hold on. Where's Swami? Actually, yeah, where's Swami? Did she die and I didn't notice? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she's like right here. Did she just disappear? Hold on. Where'd she go? Hey, she was right here. When did she die? Okay, I gotta see how she died. What about Ant was a canon wife? So there is some credence to that. That? Hold on, was she out of bounds? She got pulled out of bounds. That's what it was. Wow. Okay, yeah, so that twister pulled her in closer, I think. But then it dragged her out of bounds. Wowee. Okay. Okay, so I guess we just pull back here. And we just don't get tornadoed that badly, I should say. Yeah, as far as Angie being the canon wife is concerned, there is some credibility to that. If you guys did not know, in all timelines, literally all of them, Angelia and the Commander always work together. They always come together and they become friends in every single timeline. And as far as I know, she is the only one who has that privilege. Not even Kalina has that privilege. This is based on what Lunacia says in the Ghost Frontline 1 finale. I'm gonna have her just start run over here. Especially not wanting to feel. There is credence to that, yes. Hey, everyone's still alive. Cool. Was it possible in one timeline she's still alive and married to Shiki-kan and have multiple children living in a mansion in the Light Zone? Apparently no. Yeah, apparently no. Because in order to do that, she would not be Angelia. Because in order to be Angelia, there's some things that have to be set in stone. One, she has to have her past be exactly the way it was before. Not exactly, but pretty close to that. And if it's not that, then she isn't Angelia. Because once her childhood is set in stone, she will always get to a point where she will always put her life constantly in danger. Is RPK also on the table? As far as we know, no. They had to pull something out of their ass in order for RPK to live. And yes, there's a timeline where she's alive and she is dead, and Lunacia did not choose the timeline where she's alive, because that means... Because the timeline where Angelia is alive, the Commander's dead. Oh, they justified bringing back UMP 40. So they already justified it. Um, she is still within UMP 45's body, Level's body. And Perska said it is possible for her to extract the Ocus from her body and give her her own body. So they are justified it. They just haven't done it yet. Yeah, the big thing was that 40 was locked in level 3 of Leva's body. So no one actually knew about her besides Squad 404 and I think one other person. Oh yeah, AR-18. AR-18 knew about her. I want to put Angie inside of a doll. that's a little much. Yeah, exactly that. Commander has a big philosophy about respecting the dead. It's also the same reason why she, or not she, but he didn't allow Lunacia to revive Moklian, even though he would have wanted her to live and have a good life. And we're good. There's some miracle or magic to revive people. He would choose to not do it. Yeah, basically that. Exactly. Yokai. He values mortality a lot, and he sees dolls as, and he values the doll's lives because of that mentality. He doesn't have much respect for immortality, I guess is the best way to put it. So basically the question is, if Angelia was revived, would he kill her? I don't think so. Unless she requested for it. I think if Angelia said, "Hey, I'm supposed to be dead. Can you off me, Shiki-kan?" He would do it. Yeah, he would do it. You'll see his headspace. At that point, I would say try writing a fanfiction. I think I actually value fanfiction a lot, as well as roleplay, but especially fanfiction. I think if you do a fanfiction, you're doing a Herculean task, no matter what fanfiction you're writing. It's a great way to get into the heads of many characters that you wouldn't have otherwise been able to get into. In fact, fanfiction is a big reason why I'm even doing this YouTube stuff, honestly. Because I done a lot of fanfic writing when I was younger, like around 12 years old. Like, I remember when I was 12 years old, I would just sit in my room during the summer and just write a ton. Hell, I even did that at school, not I remember. Yeah, it's a good way to learn how to write characters and learn how to get into the heads of characters as well. I got a lot of respect for people who can do it well. There's always not so good fanfiction stuff. Yeah. I say for every good fanfiction, there's about 5 bad ones. And a lot of that is because people see fanfiction as, I should say people, but let's just say bad writers. They may see fanfiction as just a way to just get people to do things that they otherwise would not be able to do. I've seen so I grew up on Sonic fanfiction. I've seen a lot of Sonic fanfiction that went ways that I did not expect it to go. There's been a lot of stuff that I've seen that I shouldn't talk about. Oh no, it's the Sonic fandom. Yeah. Sonic fandom is quite special in their writing. But I will say this though, when it comes to Sonic fanfiction, I think I've seen literally everything possible that they could have ever done with Sonic. I think I've seen everything possible. And I mean that in a literal sense. I think I've seen just about everything. Yeah, you don't go to the weird side. I've been on the weird side and I can't unsee it. Whenever I play a Sonic game, I just sometimes think about the things I saw. And I'm like, man, I'm glad that fans don't hold this series. Hey Nacho, how's it going? Yeah, I wouldn't say just women, yokai. It's a lot of people. I'm glad I never read Sonic fanfictions. Well, let's just think of it this way. Have you read the Sonic Archie comics? That's basically fanfiction. Especially towards the middle of it. Where Sonic had a girlfriend like once every 10 volumes. Yeah, I would say I'll say every good writer started as a fanfic writer. And I wish to forget it. It feels bad. But I totally understand. I am one of those people that think it got way better once Ian Flynn took the helm. But before then, yeah, it was rough. But you know the saying that art inspires more art. Which is why I think just about every good author starts out as a fanfic writer. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I probably would have been a novelist myself. Like if YouTube was not a thing at all, I think I would have dived in head first into writing, just writing a novel. I find Ian Flint's depiction of Sonic too far away from the character. I guess it kind of depends, to be honest. Um, so which Sonic you're talking about is the big thing. Is it the Archie Sonic or the Sonic that is in IDW? Because they're basically two different Sonics at this point. Right, novel or visual novel? I would write just a normal novel. Visual novel would be fun, but I cannot draw. And I don't want to put myself in a situation where I gotta hire an artist. Game Sonic, okay. So basically, when he took over, so that would be basically Sonic Frontiers, because that's the first time he actually dived into Sonic and into a Sonic game. Mm. I agree that his depiction of Sonic is not what you would usually see from Sonic in the games. But it also depends on which Sonic you're talking about, again, because there's been so many writers. There's been so many writers of Sonic that a lot of people are going to have their preferences. Because I can tell you that a lot of people like the way how Ian Flynn wrote Sonic, because it felt like that he was pulled straight from the comics, which is what a lot of those, which is what those people prefer. So yeah, I guess it just kind of depends. But I do get what you're saying. Yeah, Token wrote good fanfictions, yeah, and also Game of Thrones with J.R.R. Martin. Not, yeah, Martin. He wrote Game of Thrones as a critique to Lord of the Rings. So yeah, art inspires art. Or art inspires more art. I think life experience is a big factor. Like, you can draw inspiration from what you went through in life. Oh yeah, definitely. In fact, life in general is probably what your biggest draw is going to be. Like, a lot of authors will tell you that basically every character they make is basically a derivative of themselves in some way. Oh. I think we have too many isekai stories. Yep, we do. Most of them be power fantasies and on follow some sort of game system. Yeah. Will you cover Project NeuroCloud after your Ghost Online videos or other content? Yes, I will. NeuroCloud is still my weakest point right now, but yes, I do plan on making videos for that. Especially since I feel like a lot of people are just curious about NeuroCloud's story, but they can't get into the game itself. Road implies Game of Thrones ever finished. That is true. It's writing, yeah. He's currently writing it. Allegedly. Okay, no, okay, yeah. Little Red's still there. She shielded to nab to kill. Or not, because she has no abilities up right now. Oh, yeah, she will. Sorry I doubted you, Ulrid. You're good. No, I thought that's gonna be harder. Because of the previous boss. That was like super wild. I find crossovers fanfiction, especially the ones that are character from one franchise, could easily tie into another franchise world, are the best. I actually never seen one like that before. Then again, I haven't really read any fanfictions for years now because I've been so focused on my own stuff. But that does sound very interesting. Imagine we had a happier story to follow these characters in. There are the healing chapters. Oh, Pokey, you said the lack of experience. So they can only draw inspiration from other works. I think it's less about that. So, as a person who was an inspiring author, I think people are able to write just about anything if they have the imagination to do so. I think a lot of it just stems from fear, from going into the unknown. I need a recast summary to your summary vids. I do actually plan on doing a extremely shortened version of just about everything, and I think I'm gonna call the video like it goes Frontline summary, but you don't care about the details. I think it'll be like a video like that. We're gonna recap of the healing chapters whenever I actually watch them. The speed run summary. I can call it that too. But I feel like the saying but you don't care about the details is more pointed because everyone's like, yeah, I want that, and then everyone reads that. Which, by the way, I don't feel annoyed that people actually want that, because initially that was my plan. If you look at episode 1, right? It was just me speeding through like 11 chapters plus the history, and me getting rid of like a bunch of details. The big reason why I shifted gears from that point forward is because it felt really wrong to me. Like, genuinely speaking. Like, the more I did it, the more it kind of felt like that it was just felt really wrong. Because there's just so much stuff in Ghost Frontline that I feel like a lot of people just wouldn't really attach themselves to if I didn't talk about it. And I think that's why I shifted gears in episode 2, but I've kind of went too hard in that direction, and it more or less blindsided people, and that's when people got like confused or they jumped off. I know a lot of you guys, you actually just like it in general. But yeah, that's mostly how I feel about it, and why I'm going to go back and do the rewrites. Yeah, even in chapter 6 is still, I still wouldn't really call it kicking in. It's not really, it doesn't really start actually hitting hard until like chapter 8. We actually start getting into lore. So more like a plot summary than a story summary? Yeah, you can say that. To be fair, the early chapters are rough. Perhaps you can highlight some of the issues. I have wanted to do that for a while now, actually. The thing is that I wanted to get more into the story, or more into the summaries, before I start criticizing the early chapters. I at least want to do Cartesian theater before I do criticisms. Because Cartesian theater is when things really go off the rails. Some people would say that's where the story jumped the shark. And that's also a question I wanted to throw out as well in a video. So I guess I can do a preliminary here. Do you guys think it would, this Ghost Frontline 1, or not Ghost Frontline, but just Ghost Frontline in general, would be better if it was just SF and the military? Like, would it just have been good if it was just those two factions and Paradise did not exist? Nah. Oh, that's a fair amount of no's. It survived because of the MGS bullshit. It just makes it twisted good. Okay. Yeah, I mainly say Paradise because William is basically Paradise in general. And I feel like William more or less makes Ghost Frontline. It's basically, if you really want to boil it down and oversimplify it, Ghost Frontline 1 and 2 is basically Commander versus William, and Lunacia is in the middle of it. She's kind of like playing both sides, maybe. And then of course there's Reverse Collapse, where it could still potentially be Commander versus William, but we don't know if the Commander's still alive or not. If we assume that the Commander is in his 20s, he should still be close in age to where William is, which means he should still be active. Yeah, William's quite later. Why Ghost Frontline pretty much happens. Yeah, you're correct. The question, the reason why I throw out that question is because people see Polarized Light as basically the peak of Ghost Frontline 1. Well, I shouldn't just say people, but a fair amount of people. I'll put it that way. And Polarized Light is basically the military, SF, and Griffin. That's where Paradise wasn't really involved. They kind of were, but not really. Besides Anna. And it said ever since then, Paradise got too involved. Like, Paradise kind of changed the dynamic too much. Where things got overcomplicated. And then, of course, you see the whole meme of like, I remember when Ghost Frontline was just about two hot gun girls fighting. And don't get me wrong, I think Polarized Light is fantastic. It's really, really good. But I wouldn't call it my favorite. In fact, I'm not sure what my favorite would be, but it wouldn't be Polarized Light. Anubis Mage, also in your videos, a section at the end with a quick 2-minute plot summary at the end of each Easter video would be really good. I have gotten that request a fair bit, but instead of it being at the end, it'd be at the beginning of each video. Mainly because there's been a skip, or rather there's like a 2 to 3 week delay between videos and people forget about stuff. It's one of those things where it's like, it's not a big deal, but since it's not a big deal, I kind of forget to keep doing that because I'm so focused on trying to get these videos out, and adding in a 2-minute recap just kind of stacks onto my sanity. But I totally get the reason why people ask for it, and it's on the table. I'm definitely not going to say no to that. It's just one of those things where I just forget to do it as I'm making the video. And by the time I finish the video, I'm tired and I just want to get it out so I can move on to the next video. Seba. I just finished watching your Polarized Light video and I didn't understand the final part. Does Dandelion fuse part of herself with M4? Because at the end, Dandelion still is Soshiki-kan. So, yes, Dandelion does fuse part of herself in M4. So, beforehand, they clarify that Dandelion has become her own self. She is now more than just an Ogus. So, with that in mind, the part that fuses with M4 is her Ogus self. And what remains is the soul, quote unquote, that Dandelion developed within herself. So that's how that works. Yeah, I want to see more of the Monty security as well. Spider-Man Clone Saga type of wild. Oh man, I know that one. that one's wild. The problem with the military is kind of that they are nation dogs, while compared to smaller enemies that it's easier to make characters out of. Yeah, that's true. That's actually a really good point. When you see the military, you kind of know what they're about. They're nationalists. They want to go against Resartrism. You kind of know their deal. But since you kind of know who they are, you know what they can't be either. So, Paradox kind of fills in that void. So M4 is secretly a troll? So the reason why Ogus developed the way she did, and this is just pure speculation, is because she knows that M4 is actually... She suffers heavily from depression. She genuinely struggles with depression. So Dandelion developed her smugness just to counterbalance how depressed she is. And I say this because when she was first developed as Dandelion, when she got her own body, she just started making bad jokes because she wanted to make jokes to lighten up the situation, and that was shortly after M4 laid out her feelings towards the commander. So, from my perspective, she developed that to help M4, more or less. Now, of course, she mostly uses it now to piss off AR-15. But, yeah. I love this part. There we go. I'll be very surprised if DP12 is not playable now. Especially since they dropped her. They dropped her name several times at this point. She's in Tsunabe's journal, and she was introduced in the story proper by being name dropped in Nikita's story. So I'd be very surprised if DP12 does not become playable at some point. Yeah, exactly that. It just so happens that Dandelion's smugness just became who she is. And she also uses it on the commander. Her smugness allows her to be brutally honest with the commander. Yeah. Would she really take the ammo for a joyride and leave Shiki-Khan behind? If it was funny, yeah. Of course she would come back for him. If she ever did that. Because I think one of the things that people don't really see, or maybe they do, but it's more it's more like projection than actually seeing the chemistry. Is that Dandelion cares about the commander a lot. She's just very dishonest about it. This is a joke, bro. Yes, part of it is her. Part of it is because of M4. She has admitted that, yes, but she also says that she wants to stay with him genuinely as well, just so she can learn about she values his worldview. So yeah, part of it is M4, but another part of it is for herself as well. Are you able to catch it down the gate? No, never. Should make sure of it. Has the agreement ever been defined? I feel like it's nebulous, maybe too much so. So I won't say it's like super clear cut, but we know enough of it to say what it's supposed to do. So the big thing is that the agreement is the commander cannot get involved with anything involving the URNC in any official capacity. And part of that agreement is that all of the dolls would be safe from any sort of third party. They would not be tampered with. But part of that, but since the dolls would also be part of the URNC or under URNC surveillance, the commander cannot interact with those dolls either. Do you think the NRC is bullshitting? How so? They do a lot of bullshitting, so I gotta ask how what you mean by that. Eat the bugs and live in the pods, yeah. Yeah, that's true too, Nixon. So since they broke up Griffin and Kruger, I think... So my speculation involving Griffin and Kruger being downsized is that would not have happened if the commander has stayed. I think the PMCs being downsized is genuinely URNC just wanting more power. And part of that is just downsizing the PMCs because they are independent contractors. And during that time, they had a lot of power, especially when it came to protecting the civilians. So if the PMCs are no longer powerful, the people will have to rely on the URNC. So I don't think foul play was being used against Griffin and Kruger in general, or specifically. They just happen to be the biggest ones to take down for the URNC. And in my opinion, that would not have happened if the commander had stayed. Because both Griffin and Kruger, the people, I mean, they would have been able to make a case that the commander would have worked with the URNC if he had stayed. But since the commander left, they didn't have any sort of leverage. But that's speculation, though. I can't say that would have happened. There we go. Yeah, it gets very political. Yeah. I'm gonna stop being a dick. There we go. Yeah, I know. We know what you mean. Ghost Frontline actually has some pretty good politics. UNC would have broke Griffin regardless because it got too much military power to end the Ghost Frontline 1. That's possible. It's a likely scenario. I'm just saying there is a possibility that if the commander played ball, the URNC would have seen a lot of value with keeping Griffin and Kruger together because they have 3 major powerhouses that are Resartrist. And they, worst case scenario, they would have just straight up merged with the URNC and become their own division. Yeah, in terms of the battles in Ghost Frontline 2, basically nothing's happened. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I wish there was more enemy-like soldiers, not just walking mechs. I think a lot of it dealt with asset problems, or just modeling in general. Because when you make human models, it becomes difficult to maintain them, and also to reuse them for different factions. Like, the Varyagers have their own unique look, right? You can't actually refit them for any other faction. They're just the Jaegers. So I think that's why we see a lot of mechs. Or like how Cold Fiend set up on Commander changed because I had downloaded stories. Yeah. Honestly, for any normal person, the commander is way too chill, given how much has happened to him. Like, all things considered, he is way too chill and still way too hopeful. There, finally. Yeah, Cold Fiend was surprisingly good. She's a surprisingly good new character. And she's one of those new characters that explored something that no other Griffin T-Doll could do, because they verifiably had a good life while in Griffin. No, human model is actually easy because you can share the same animation skeleton, and we saw the army models, so it's more a question of want. Fair enough, Yokai. Fair enough. Yeah, there is rigging and stuff like that. I'm more thinking of, like, you know, the way how Final Fantasy tends to do their enemies. There's a lot of recoloring in Final Fantasy. I love Colgate when she's grumpy. Yeah, basically you like her when she's authentic. And I think that's how everyone feels. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. Because I was thinking about maybe the Commander would tell Groza. But no, I don't think he has. Yeah, he definitely has not. Yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, what did Cold Fiend say? Like, oh, you like him young, Commander? It's like a whoa. Like, whoa, slow down there. Adjutant. Good old Lilycon joke, yeah. On face not Ghost Frontline, also they recolor because they don't like to use swappable accessories on enemies. Yeah. The commander. So basically, Blue Archive. Hey Zed, how's it going? I still gotta get used to everyone thanking me for making those videos. But I'm glad you are enjoying the videos, and I'm glad they are helpful. I genuinely do appreciate you guys enjoying those videos. There's a lot of work is put into them. He did actually, yeah. I forgot about that. I wonder what's up with that actually. Maybe there's some meaning with that. Could be NeuroCloud Professor. Possibly. I doubt it though. Was teaching her before? We don't know. Yeah, she originally thought that, but now she doesn't. In fact, because of that, she wants to stay with the commander. I'm really unlucky. Been considering V6 Fukai, mainly because I really like her. Man's expensive. Yeah, what Pokey said is basically it. V6 Fukai if you want to invest in Gunsmoke boss fights, but if you really like her, then really that choice is really up to you. Don't let anyone else persuade you out of it. Unless you don't have the money. If you don't have the money, then please don't. Please don't spend if you don't have the money, of course. But if you do have the funds and you want to do it, then who can stop you? Oh yeah, and then Helena got a very sad. There you are. Yeah, like how a genuine daughter would, honestly. Yeah, I guess I should say this if this will persuade you. Um, having Parita and Mekti is more of a damage boost than getting V6 Kukai. I don't know about that right now, Yokai. I haven't done part 2 of Aphelion yet on CN, and I haven't seen Springfield's or Perry's events, which actually go into Helena. So I haven't done those yet. I had to wait for the rerun or the past event to show up for Springfield and Perry. Unless I want to watch on YouTube, but I don't. Yeah, I always believe that if you want to spend money on a game, it should be on Battle Pass, monthly pass, and skins. Hobby money? Yeah. So, like I said, who can stop you? Yeah, as far as Ghost Frontline 1 skins are concerned, I would love it. I would love one for 45 and Leva. 45 and Leva. Leva and Lena. I always thought their original look would be great in 3D. Valentine Day skins. Yeah. I actually have that. Actually, I have one for 45, and that's the one I use on for default. I think for the most part, everyone who has come out so far are either equal or has strict upgrades from the Ghost Frontline 1 skins. The only two that I feel like suffered a little bit is Springfield and Quinhua. I think everyone else got an upgrade, or are the same. And I'm pretty sure there are some people who disagree. I'm waiting for it. Come on now. Yeah, particularly the pants on Springfield. They look kind of bad. IMO. It's right next to the door. That never happens. Surprising. I didn't really get any didn't get any disagreements. I know, buddy, he didn't like how Meki has short hair now. I don't know, I think it works, to be honest. I get why they wouldn't like it, but I think it just works. Now, would I prefer longer hair? Yes, but that's my default. I prefer long hair on all women. So I don't really use my own opinion when it comes to that. I wish they kept the gun names for the dolls in Ghost Frontline too. So I think there's two angles to look at that. One is that the gun names still exist, but everyone uses their quote-unquote real names now. So it's not like the gun names don't exist, right? It's just that they're no longer in Griffin. It was really only a Griffin thing. So there's no more need for it. And yeah, there are some characters that kept their gun names because it just sounds good as a real name, I guess. Like Nagant and most of Nagant. And Springfield. They kind of work as real names. The other thing, though, is just that having real names is more marketable. Yeah, Vector as well. Like, it's more marketable in real life if they all had real names. It means more... And yeah, that is true too. If they don't have to keep bringing in real life guns and just start just making characters in general, that gives them more leeway as well. But to be honest, they don't really have they have so many dolls that people want back that I'm not sure if they actually have the luxury to make fictional guns. That's true too. Although I don't think they actually had that problem ever. And they use a lot of gun names. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of the manufacturers just see it as free advertisement. But yeah, it is true that they don't have to deal with copyright issues. Browser Mark's unpopular thanks to the game. Yeah. I'm going to add in Swami for healing. Not really being used. Hey, Yaga. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. I put a lot of effort into them. Yeah. Blow up. There we go. Let's get out of here. Yeah, this is going to be a, let's assume, a good run. Maybe not. No. The next to door again? No. Nope, not next to the door. At least I don't have to worry about healing this time because I have Swami. So she can literally just heal and then I'll be good. But I'm really unlucky this time. There we go. Finally. Boss block is always near center. Well, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. This is the boss floor. I guess this is sort of near center. Or you mentioned in one of your videos that we should be getting a mode where we can freely run around the Elmo. Is that out in CN? Not yet. That is going to be, it's projected to be out in July. And they know how important it is, so they said that if they had to delay past July, then they will give an extra 10 pulls premium for every time they delay the Elmo mode. But so yeah, they're doing a lot of work on it. And to be completely honest with you guys, I feel like that is probably the most important mode that they need to get right. Like, legitimately speaking, it's probably like the most important thing to get right. It'll probably make or break their game. And I know that sounds insane, but I genuinely feel that way. And I'm not even a person who actually is all that into a housing system, which is basically what the MO is. But the reason why I feel that is such a big deal, I'll leave it here because I like to read this victory stance. The reason why I feel that way is because of two reasons. One, people love housing. They love housing. I never really understood the appeal to it, but as a person who has played a bunch of MMOs back in the day, I know for a fact people they just love building a house in games, especially live service games like MMOs. The other thing is that this is a story-heavy game, and this is a very dark game. For the most part, this is a very dark game. Being able to alleviate that dreadfulness with having a house and being able to interact with your dolls and just have a good old time with them, and, you know, flirt with them, make them smile, all that stuff, all that parasocialness that we all love, that we all aware of, but we do it anyways because, hey, we love characters. That is also going to be a huge factor into that as well. It's a dark game. Yeah. So I think it's a two-folded thing. One, we are very attached to characters, and two, people love housing. So if they're able to knock this out of the park, I think Ghost Frontline 2 is going to be in a very good spot. It may be one of the more appreciated gacha games out there once that comes out. I thought it's love and hope. Yeah, that's just my opinion. I do feel like it's on the money though. I know me personally, I'm also excited to see if this works out because here's the funny part. I think they actually were banking on the housing system that we have right now to kind of carry in the game, are being like a huge unique factor to it. But then it turns out another game did it before they did, only a few months before Ghost Line 2 came out, and that's Snowbreak. And Snowbreak did it and went much further than they were originally intending to. So now, with this revision of their dorm system for Ghost Line 2, they had to take it even a step further than Snowbreak has. It feels like a placeholder, only because Snowbreak came out. If Snowbreak did not come out, it probably would have been the most ambitious. Yeah, let's hope it doesn't break the game, yeah. Because if it does work out, it can actually be very fun. It can get very involved. Kind of sad that Snowbreak's now a harem simulator. It is a little sad. Um, but it's what their fans wanted. I won't say that the dev team didn't have a choice, but they decided to lean into what the player base wanted. Oh, I ain't sad. I have a friend who loves Snowbreak. It's his favorite game. I tried to get into Snowbreak. Like, believe me, I really tried. But for me, it's not even like the story is bad or like I don't like the characters. In fact, I actually kind of like the characters, especially before they went full on harem. I think now that they have went full on harem, um, characterization has been lost. But overall, they're still decent characters. But my main issue with Snowbreak is the gameplay, actually. I just cannot get into the gameplay. It is just not for me. It's not like I don't like shooters, right? Like I played one of my favorite games of all time is actually a shooter called Jet Force Gemini. That's back in the Nintendo 64 days. I really love Jet Force Gemini, but also play Halo. I played Doom. Doom's really good. But I'm not a big shooter fanatic. More or less dating yourself. Hey, I made it very clear that I've been playing games for over 20 years, so actually at this point it's gonna be like 27 years. But what I was saying, like my age came up. I was like, okay, what was I saying? Yeah, so I love shooters. Not really love shooters, but I love certain types of shooters. And I guess Overwatch is also a good shooter. Overwatch 1 at the very least. I haven't played 2, so I can't make a judgment on that. But I love playing D.Va in Overwatch. But there's just something about Snowbreak that it just doesn't strike well. Like, there's some secret sauce missing. Like, there's... The gameplay for Snowbreak is just too basic for me. Like, it doesn't have difficulty. Its shooting gameplay doesn't really have a lot going on for me. And yeah, there's something missing that I just don't know what it is, but it just doesn't appeal to me. I think Nikke is a better shooter than Snowbreak, which is which is a wild thing to say, I know, but I feel that way. Hey Lantran, how's it going? Those my two designs are more fancier than Credit Girlfriend 1 though? Actually no, it's not. They're about the same. They butcher my girl Finny. Yeah, I heard about that. Finny, actually all the characters got downgraded after they changed direction. I think that's it. Yeah. Is Frontline 2 laggy? No. If it's laggy on stream, it's because I got stuff open, probably. Yeah, let's wrap this. No, actually no. You have a lot of dupes on Fukai? No. I have not V6'd anyone, not even QJ. No, DP12's hot as fuck. Not gonna lie, she's one of my favorites. Yeah, when it comes to fan service outfits, it's going to be from premium skins. When it comes to like the standard outfits for dolls, they're going to be pretty tame, unless it's Nikita for some reason. Nikita's outfit is actually kind of insane. Not gonna lie. And I don't mean insane by like, oh, it's like really heavy on the skinship, because honestly, it's kind of not. It's actually pretty well designed when it comes to how unique it is. But just the way how it operates really confuses me. Like, she basically doesn't have a shirt. Like, her top is basically her bra. Hey, I know what true fan service is. I'm just saying Nikita's outfit is wild. Wild as in, like, I don't understand how it works. That's all I'm really saying. The break is good if you take into account it's just a couple of guys working on it. I actually didn't know it was just a couple of guys. I thought they had a full-on team. Yeah, they did make Girl Gun Cafe, which is also basically a fan service gacha. So really, when it comes to Snowbreak, they were more or less just falling back into what they were good at. They tried to do something that wasn't really their style. It didn't work out. They went back to what worked, and now they're making bank. And yeah, apparently Mecha Break is getting some good advertisement from how good the characters look. I have not looked at Mecha Break at all, actually, so I don't know. Loot is like. It's really modest, yeah. Like I said, it's all under skins, really. Like, I actually heard someone's be angry. Maybe not angry, but they were kind of critical about K2 or Yuhi's um, premium skin because she looked fat. And I was like, I don't know, man. I actually really like it. Like, Yuhi is fat? What? Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why he would think Yuhi is fat. The last flew at that, man. She's fat and Sabrina's a whale. But I think he was also comparing it to K2's premium skin, like her dress skin. I'll just throw it on screen real quick. Am I ready for Brady? I'm probably not gonna pull for Brady unless she's good. And that's just me primarily being like, hey, I've already pulled like on like a bunch of characters, and while I do love the Nikkeis and Nikkei, I don't like the fact that most characters that I would want to pull for would just be benched and I don't use them at all. Like, the only one exception to that is Mary, because Mary is literally my favorite Nikkei. But even then, I am disappointed that I just can't use her. Because she's bad. Yeah, that is Yuhi's outfit, premium outfit in Girls Frontline 1. And he was comparing it to the new premium skin for Yuhi in Girls Frontline 2. And she said that the Girls Frontline 2 Yuhi looked fatter than the premium skin in this one, and she looked a lot more prettier here. So I guess your mileage may vary. To be redacted. Mary Kay reminds me of AK-12. Yeah, I know what you mean because of the closed eyes. "3D looks better than 2D." Yeah, it's more like love handles. Yeah, literally have one barely working eye. Feels bad. But yeah, let's just go ahead and do a comparison. That way, you guys, we can have like a proper discussion, I guess. Just pull her up. Okay, gonna add on another next to window. Add on another window capture. That's her right there, and then I pull up the other one. I think that's it. Nope, that's not it. That is my job. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, let me see if I can make this smaller, I guess. Yeah, there we go. It's bigger. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Yeah, I don't know why he thinks it's literally an upgrade. Yeah, I don't know why. He's considered fat in Girls from Line 2. I mean, I guess she looks thicker. This is a serious game about politics. Hey, QJ. That's not fat, that's hot. Yeah, I think it may be more outfit than anything, really. It might just be her outfit. Enhance. You guys are wild. I thought we were mature here. Maybe more fat in the chest area. Yeah, I think that may be like the only real thing. Like maybe her boobs are bigger. But there actually is like a big thing about her angle. And the other thing too is that when you see her in like her original outfit and her standard outfit, she looks basically the same. Maturity of my gacha game. So I think it actually is just outfit, to be honest. Okay, that's enough of that. Don't want to get demonetized. Get that man out of here. You do prefer the one from Ghost Frontline 1 though? Yeah, I understand why. It's more elegant. I'm gonna be real with you. I kind of just don't have a preference. I think they're like, it depends on what type of mood you're in, you know. Like why do you have to pick one or the other? Why not both? Like the lines? Okay. The saying fat? Yeah, like I said, I don't know why it's you refer calling. I don't know why anyone would call her fat. That one's just strange to me as well. I personally prefer to put more tactical skins in though. Yeah, I agree. The thing is that like the tactical skins tend to be their default though. Like over here, as far as the new characters are concerned, my favorite is Ulrid, which is why she's on my home screen. I think she looks fantastic in her default outfit. But damn would I want a slutty premium outfit. Not gonna lie. Just just being a degenerate for just a minute. I'd love to see that. Elf Ulrid. Is that it's no longer the point? Yeah. I can see what you mean by that. I live and breathe degeneracy. I get that. Does it have anything else to do? I think I actually finished everything. Oh, there's these. I really don't want to do this though. I really don't care to do this, to be honest. I just really don't. Just not gonna lie. I really don't want to do those. The Tarkov mode? I don't think that's out yet. Just auto it. It is? Wait, where? Oh shit. When does this come out? Would it just stare me? Would it just stare me in the face and I didn't? Oh, it came out today. Okay. Okay, now I don't feel insane. Like, I legit feel like that I just was completely blind and I died yesterday. I actually love Tarkov mode. Boundary push, by the way. I'm gonna start calling it boundary push, that way you guys can get used to it. We died in Frankfurt. Hey, I can't kill through there yet. I guess. Oh, now I can. That was weird. Yeah, apparently it came out today. Oh, that's kind of weird that it just blocks you for a while. That doesn't happen in CN, so that's kind of weird. So I don't want to bother with that. They don't matter. Yeah. No. Okay. Ignore my screaming. That happens sometimes. That is sometimes my reactive fight or flight response to just say no randomly sometimes when I play the game. Yeah, we still gotta fight this thing, but it's whatever. It needs to take a minute. Manly scream. Yeah, Boundary Push is a very, very good mode. I'm honestly surprised that people didn't like this mode in CN. I know there's like an old version that people hated. I never played that before. But I think there's still critics for this one too. But I think something like this was really needed for Ghost Frontline 2. The CN are weird people. So the big thing about me playing it in CN was that I had no idea what the fuck was going on, especially when it came to the skill list that it's going to show up in a second. As soon as Groza is done explaining things to me, this is also really cool. Just getting more supplies in general. Oh yes, we don't have it unlocked yet, so I gotta do it again. Yeah, let Kukai destroy things. We are going to pull in... Actually, we don't have that unlocked yet, so we don't even really need Parita, but I'm going to put it in anyways because I like Parita. Parita's probably my second favorite of the new characters. It's like Ulrid, Parita, and then Strikery. Actually, how would Ulrid work in this? Because I don't have Ulrid in CN. So how should she work in this mode? This wants to see the game burn for some reason. Did you know you can switch music to the original Ghost Runner on OST behind on disc? Yeah, but as far as I know, it only works in the lobby. Deltas are hard to enter breakthrough. Yeah, that's true. Oh, so she going to just do slashy? A little unfortunate. You know, so now, yeah, I understand. It's pretty hidden. I'm changing the music. And apparently people didn't know that either. Raymond was too strong for him to... Ah, fucking Raymond. So the funny part is that, yes, we do meme about Raymond a lot, but the game did have some legitimate problems. That wasn't Raymond related. Especially when it came to his writing. Like, if it was only Raymond that was the problem... wait, I'm dumb. If it was only Raymond that was a problem, then only Diane would have needed a rewrite. But a lot of stuff needed a rewrite because it was just not good. Oh, what's this one again? Enemy Unit 1 being attacked. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, whatever. That's a stress response. What instead is to shoot you first. Yes, snipers do have a bigger range, yes. But they're not necessary right now. I want to play with my favorites. Because obviously, I want to try Ulrid first. The thing I should have done was replace Ulrid with Mosin Nagant. Or either Mosin Nagant or Macchiato. I was about to say Wawa. No, I know. Fuck off. You guys have made it use the bow. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. That's why I thought it should be different from Colt Kralik. But apparently not. Now, I would assume she can just one-shot enemies, though, but yeah, the range is way too small. Makes it way risky. We just shoot them. Just literally just shoot them. Oh, hey, calm down, buddy. Let me shoot you first. No, I can't, because you have a buddy there. This is where having a sniper would be good. But yeah, we'll deal with it. That's the hero was removed from the story and what? So, what was removed from the CN story was not good. Just gonna tell you that straight up. Like, even the Raymond story, just the Raymond story is like the one thing I decided to look into because of how infamous it was. Like, I just wanted to read the story. Turns out the story was so bad that even the translators didn't bother translating the entire story because of how garbage it was. That's how bad it was. So I couldn't even read the whole thing. And the things I did read, yeah, it was pretty bad. Like for forget the whole NTR thing, just the writing itself was pretty terrible. And then you have Cinta her old story was so bad that they had to apologize for how bad it was. And that was in large part because they were scrambling on trying to fix Diane's story. That's Cinta story was just neglected. It just makes you interested. I understand. Because I was the same way. And there's also a big reason why we're not getting Lena yet is because they didn't do her rewrite. Because I assume she is going to have a rewrite. Because her story had nothing to do with the main story. They're just kind of there. Same thing with Jongwoo. She notoriously has 4K words to her entire event. It's only 4K words. My summaries are more than 4K words. So that's how bad it was. What was that noise? Must have been the wind. Ah, I can't kill him. Ah, she one-shots. I got them all. I got them all. You guys are amazing. You know that? Might as well. The MO's outer heaven. Yeah, I keep hearing that. I think it works. Oh shit. Nope. Nope, you don't see me. You don't see me at all. Just chill out. Nope, chill out. Nope, okay, never mind. Fair enough. This is what new Assassin's Creed game is. Yeah, that was good. I should have did this first. I should just go to level 3. But fortunately, I still have dolls to use. I guess I gotta do 3 explorations though. The car is too low of a level. Feels bad. I was planning on using her this time. But there's Sharkery. Yeah, just do a Hydro Ice Team. Rise up. Diamond Dolls? That's an interesting name. Okay, don't do that. Nah, I think Planetouch is just stick with Tololo. Oh, I gotta go this way actually. No. Let me kill you. Does William know the commander killed his sister inside a tank? Probably. We'll see if the rewrite happens. Right now, a lot of people are very, very certain that rewrite's going to happen for the Girls Frontline 1 finale, but I have not seen any evidence that suggests that it would. Think his sister. Probably not that one, no. No, some things that must stay a secret. Oh, do that. Ah, no. Never mind. I got from the chill out. There we go. Like, what was that noise? What was that explosion? Must have been the wind. Damn, that wind is noisy, huh? In Elid. It's actually so funny. It's a collapse store. I love you guys. Yeah, this must really hurt. Now, I will say this. These maps are easy early on. I can tell you that for sure. But the longer you play it, the harder the maps get, and it does get more intricate. I will say that much. And I can tell you that from experience, because since I played on CN. I remember doing this map in particular. And yeah, this one's pretty easy. Because they're still trying to teach you how to play the mode. But it is funny that you can just literally just stand right there and... Oh, never mind. I didn't mean to do that. Stop. Chill out. Chill out. So no, you can't just walk into them. But you can stand next to them. You said on hard mode for a second. I am on hard mode. I am on hard mode. Do you think we'll get any flashback to Frankfurt once we explore the linking plot point? I do. I do believe that they actually did that just so you can be intrigued on what happened in Frankfurt, even if you played Ghost Frontline 1. And I agree with Lontran. Oh! No! Yeah, I agree with Lontran. With the way how they set it up, they can't not show us. Or at least tell us what's going on. The manliness of screams. Is he asleep or are he just chilling? He just hiding, isn't he? Don't worry, I won't kill you. Just trying to hide out and live your life. Oh, I need to kill you. Like, you. No, not you. Okay, I gotta switch to... Yep. We'll get some plot. Frankfurt was 10 years ago, Nick. you got to let the nation go. No, I will keep her. Personally, I like the nation. Like, I remember that meme that was made a while ago after Angular Gyrus came up, Angular Gyrus, or however you pronounce it, where you have people fighting over which M4 is the best one. You have Cinnamon Roll M4, and then you have War Crimes in M4, and then you have Lunatia, and then Like everyone just like stares at the Lunacia one and like, dude, what the fuck? I'm that Lunacia guy. Like I will stand for Lunacia. She's very interesting. I like her a lot. Oh shit, no! I got trigger happy. I love shooting things. She was hidden. They're still not doing any damage. So people are still guessing on how they're going to do the rewrite. I think our best chance at getting a rewrite, because I still don't think we're going to get a rewrite from Global. I think the art book is going to make some rewrites if we ever going to get one. I think these guys do no damage. No. You first. Makes me look command his sister who nature multiple. So I don't think we're going to get that. TBH. Oh, can I get all the crates? I sure didn't. Hold on. So since I destroyed everything, it's probably over here. There's one. There's another one. And this one's over here. I like how this guy is still asleep, by the way. He's like, nah, I'm not dealing with any of that bullshit. I want to live. That's a problem. I shoot now. Maybe. Let's try it. Ah, it was indeed the wind. Oh. Damn. I actually should have stayed hidden there. Well, actually no, because the robot was coming that way. Now, you can actually just reset and then do the section all over again. But I don't feel like it. I don't think I need to. My dogs are strong enough. Must have been the store. Yeah, that would have done way more damage if I if it was during the bounding push mode, not during battle. I so wish Ghost Frontline 2's main gameplay loop was built around this mode instead of being added on later. I agree, actually. I think if they did something like this before the entire game, we would have had a much different game, and it would have been for the better, in my opinion. It's just a smudge in my gas mask. I was about to die. I can't kill it in time, so I think Lolo may die. We'll see. Never mind, I forgot Macauto exists. The hard balance gacha games have to be pick up and play and put down quickly for people with busy lives. Yeah, I do agree with that. But there's also like sweep functions you can do and all that stuff. Save and quit as well. I think there would have been ways around it, is the best way to put it. Yeah, so I actually have no idea what this did in CN. Extraction of ladders and bushes. Yeah, I remember that. What was this one? Allows detection and uses of relocation points. So I know this is good. Actually, these are both good. Oh, has increased by 1. Let's move over here. Increased movement speed is whatever. 1% damage to bosses. 10 to stone shells. SMG attacks with ignore cover. Delve permit. I actually don't know what that is, actually. 10 damage to elite units. Wow, there's some pretty big buffs to SMGs. Let's go here. That. I can't do anything else. I don't really need movement speed right now. I do want to grab it eventually, though. But I think I'll hold off until I get more infiltration stuff. That's why most gacha games are auto battlers. Why bother balancing if you just not bother with it? Yeah. So that's like one of the big issues with gacha games, and a lot of people question why gacha games aren't as good as single player games now, or why they shouldn't be compared. I do think in some aspects you can be compared. You can compare gacha games to you can compare gacha games to single player games. But I think it's undeniable that the gacha system does actually hamper the single player experience. Simply for the fact that a gacha system requires to, well, let me put it this way. If they put a gacha system into the game, they want you to pull on the gacha system. And the best way to do that is to inconvenience you in some way that would make you want to pull. For the most part, nowadays, it's like, hey, you want to play this character? Pull in the gacha. Yeah. And this can be seen clear as day if you play Reverse Collapse. Because when I played Reverse Collapse, I was like, damn. Reverse Collapse is like everything I ever wanted in Ghost Frontline 2 in terms of its gameplay. It's like Ghost Frontline 2's gameplay, but perfected, in my opinion. You know, got just 100% skins or something. Well, Ghost Frontline 1 tried to do that. Ghost Frontline 1 kind of works as like its single player game, but it still does a lot of inconveniencing. And yeah, that's just not profitable, like what One Trend said. Due to being difficult for most folks, yeah. I mean, that's just strategy RPGs in general. It's like strategy RPGs are niche, and like the only one that's actually popular is Fire Emblem, and that's literally because of everything that isn't the gameplay. Can I actually do one more? Yeah, I think I do one more. Oh, it's a preset. Never mind. Let's go. This is the machine gun tutorial. But I played harder. Yeah, I played harder too. Like there are some modes in Fire Emblem that are way harder than when I played in Reverse Collapse. The stealth missions. They went overboard in stealth missions, I'm not gonna lie. And just go over here. Oh no, I can't. No, I can't. Actually, can't. I can kill you though. Or no, I can't actually. Let me through. To be honest, the stealth in this mode is not good. It's good enough, but it's not good, if you know what I mean. You don't autofill, you don't get... Well, it's only present for some missions, not all of them in reverse collapse. They found the real reason she's coming back. Yes. I am not spoiling myself either. Bro, he took those shots and he's still sleeping. What a champion. Oh, he woke up. Like, what was that noise? Yeah. So for this one, yeah, let's just go ahead and do a restart. Yeah, I think the potential's there. Now, maybe they'll make something bigger out of this or not. I think it's actually going to depend on the reception for global. And I usually don't say that because everything is usually set in stone thanks to China. But I think this may be one of the times where our reception can actually matter in this case. Let's try this part again. I got bamboozled last time. He's eating beef and wine. Yeah, he's buying his next Ferrari. Yeah. I'm gonna deal with this. Just ignore them. Too far. That history for games is fascinating. Like I've looked up the King of Fighters SNK. I haven't looked up the behind the scenes for SNK. I know there's a lot of history behind it, but I never actually looked into too much of it. Oh yeah, the Girls Online drama is actually pretty intense, all things considered. Yeah. Nope, you can't see me. I'm a bush. Insane? Yeah, I should look it up then. Yeah, I can probably check it out while I'm working, to be honest. There's some stuff. Like, usually when I work, I tend to watch movies, but I also like watching, listening to YouTube videos while I work. Yeah, Psyche's really good. He does a lot of good research. But it is pretty wild that he became the head of Yoastar. This is game number corresponding to? Yes. This came out today, apparently. That completely caught me off guard. I didn't think we were going to get this until Mechty came out. Stone shell ahead. Yeah, so shotguns can destroy stone shells. Yep. Yeah, this is a permanent game mode, by the way. With weekly rewards. HCS combat. Never mind. Yeah, I actually put in a bit more work than usual for this one. Or because I'm not using my actual units. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I know it is. Yeah, I understand. Hey, maybe he likes tactical combat and skimpy outfits. I know a lot of people do. Done. Yeah, I really like this mode. I really, really do. I think this mode is great. Yeah, I don't think I can do bounties right now. I mean, I might be able to. What level is Latara, actually? Oh, she's level 20. I could use her just for this mode, because machine guns are actually kind of busted. They're busted in boundary push. I don't think I actually have that. I don't. Yeah, I don't. I do have the EXP for it, but I don't think I should spend resources on her right now because I'm planning on Mechty, and I want to save up for her. So maybe just deal without a machine gun for now. Just only use the cat. Yeah, the cat's busted for this mode. Like, her and Klukai basically sweeps everything, to be honest. Yeah, I might as well just try it out anyways. See how it goes. Let's do that one. I got my shotgunner, got AR, and I got a sniper. Just no machine gun. I think that's okay. But before I do that, grab this. This one's very helpful. Ah, I don't have enough. I was trying to get that. Sleepy Daughter's the most pull. I agree. Well, I'll put it this way. I don't believe in must pulls, but if there was a must pull, I think it'd be Mechty. Because of Klukai. Mechty is extremely good for Klukai. And since Klukai is currently the best unit in the game for global, you pull Mechty to boost her even further. But I also think Mechty is going to have more staying power than Klukai, because there will be a point, there will eventually be a point where Klukai will become obsolete as a DPS, or as a damage unit. Oh, hello. Yeah, if you didn't get Klukai, you're one of the rare ones, but I respect you for that. You're basically saying, hey, it doesn't matter, I'll just always get Klukai from my friends list because everyone else will have one. Oh, you lost your 50-50. That's really terrible. I thought you're being big brain. My apologies. That really sucks. What element do you think the Fire's going to have? I know Ferrari thinks it's ice right now, and ice makes the most sense. But I do kind of wonder how corruption will look on them. Yeah, AK-15 being physical makes a lot of sense too, though. Yeah, corruption has an element, yeah. Oh, sorry, corrosion. Yeah, corrosion. Oh, shit. Yeah, I meant corrosion. It's because I played a game once that had corruption as an element. So my words defaulted to that. Thick element. That'd be interesting. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Alright, I just kind of just didn't care about that puzzle. Chill out there. Thank you. Let's see. Where's the last one? Not there. Oh, it's right there. And just blow it up. Updates I haven't seen already? Interesting. Do it now or tomorrow? If I do it now, it's gonna be late. Like we're gonna be up to like 1 a.m. Which I don't mind, but that would be I don't know. That'd be kind of on the fly there. And also wouldn't be announced, and there may have not be people here that usually come here. Honestly, you're all familiar faces though, so I don't know. Maybe we should just do it tonight. Now this is where I would love a machine gun, but I gotta be a bit more thoughtful. Hey, Sun Kong, how's it going? This guy fires like, the fuck was that? Must have been the wind. How are you able to play this mode? This came out tonight, apparently. I was informed that this came out tonight, and so I started playing it. It is indeed quite late, for sure. It is indeed quite late. I know people have work as well. I will stay at me. We're gonna okay. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing. No, no. I will not develop bad habits. I will not force you to develop bad habits. Yeah, I think this will force me to fight no matter what. Or will it? Oh wait, yeah, it still will. I can't kill him. that way. Yeah, you can run past them, but it's really finicky and it's a big risk. But yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get past, or I won't be able to shoot my way through these guys because I don't have a machine gun. If I had a machine gun, it'd be a lot easier. But wow, this doesn't one-shot him? It one-shots him now. There you go. Oh, fucking hell. I got too panicky. Oh, this will be interesting. Because my team is all sorts of scuffed right now. So we'll see how this works out. We don't have any news about M200 yet and her release date. Get rid of this first. Hey! This can be bad. Yeah. Woo! Oh boy. Stop the killing! Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, if it was Klukai and Farida doing the fight, there would be, like, no issues whatsoever. But since my team is really scuffed, it's gonna be a lot. It needs to be a lot more careful. What I'm going to have to do is that I'm going to have to clear out everyone first, and then take on the boss. Like my team is just not built right now. Or this current team's not built. So I wonder if this will still work out with them being more alert. We'll see. Okay, it still worked. Now, don't panic this time. And they go, eh? What was that? And then I say, it was this. And also, it was this. Oh, it's just I can kill him from behind. No, come on. I really need a machine gun. That's the only way I can kill these two. Check this out. Yeah, I kind of stress how important it is to have a machine gun for these missions. It's just a lot harder without a machine gun to clear out enemies that are bunched up. I think what I can do tonight is I can at least do my level pulls. My 45 pulls. And then tomorrow we can do the story. Yeah, I might as well just hit the boss, to be honest. I think that's the best thing to do. Hey! You know what? I love that became such a meme. It's under limited time events for some reason. It's always gonna be there. Oh shit. Honestly, I wish it was a meme of most of Nagans's Russian talk. Because I have no idea what she's saying. That is correct. She's using a different body because the old one was like, was it destroyed? I can't remember exactly. Yeah, but she lost the old body. Make her stay nearby. And let's try this. Oh, this except fire damage. Oh, okay. She's out of it. In that case... Yeah, really? Well, I need to spread them out anyways, because this is Fire Boy. Fire target and AoE burn damage. Yeah. Hey, Bartholomew, how's it going? Here goes my healer. It means fire and ready? Okay, that makes sense. Thanks for letting me know. Oh. Chapter 0? I don't have a... Oh yeah, Chapter 0. Episode 1. Okay. I was like, but I'm making the Chapter 0 video right now. But yeah, you made episode. Makes sense. Yeah, okay, I'm not killing him. I'm going to call it. My team's too weak. It's just too ragtag. I'll have to wait until tomorrow to get my top units back, and then I can do these bounties. Yeah, that's boundary push is such a fun mode. I love it. Hopefully they'll get enough. By they'll, I mean the dev team. I hope they get enough encouragement to actually do a lot more with it. Maybe use it for some modes, or not some modes, but for some story events. Let me pull up CN, that way I can do my pulls. Yeah, legit, I think the new mode is fantastic. I played it quite a bit in CN, but now that I actually understand the words, I think it's really good. And right now, I'm just waiting for, excuse me, I'm waiting for CN to update. Oh, Rorish. Yeah, yeah. Basically all of the chibi characters. They got new designs. And I think it's going to be played up as them getting new bodies. I think Papa Shot looks fine though. I think she looks pretty much the same. Just in different outfit. But I think MP5 just looks dramatically different that they can play that off as a new outfit. We could all change a bit. I just got here. It's no problem. I will not be looking at the story tonight because it's a bit too late. But I will be doing it tomorrow. It's tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. The story in Ghost Online 1 is still ongoing. In China, no. It's done. They may do side stories later on, but as far as the main story is concerned, it is done in China. We are getting the rest of it in global. We have 2 events left. Still waiting for this to load up. Just got done patching the update. I just need to log in now. Okay, there we go. My brain just went completely down to 0 for a second there. Hold on. I don't know why. It just stopped working for a second. Strange. Did you guys think the Ghost Online server shut down eventually? Honestly, no. I didn't think they would shut down. It just seemed too stubborn to keep them up. Yeah, exactly that. He seems too stubborn to just let it die out like that. Yeah, that's so good. Holy shit, I love this. This is like, you know how like when your mind just gets a neuron attack, and then your brain just like stops thinking for just a second. That's what happened when I saw this skin. It's like a punch in the face. Temple. Yeah, that's right. Wasn't there another set? Yeah, here it is. Russian poop. Yeah, I agree. Give me 1 second. There we go. And how do I get this skin? Okay, so basically what's happening global. Okay. Oh, that's a maintenance check. Okay. Yeah, I should be fine. This is like a... It's like 100 pulls. Oh, Springfield already. Yeah, just... Yeah. I also need to do this as well. So I'm probably just going to do like 1 copy of Leva, and then I'll probably get Lena. Because from what I understand, Lena is actually really good now with her new mod key. At least that's from I'm hypothesizing. So, but first the main course. I wonder how YZ feels about the changes he's had to make so far to go into his story. I wonder how much he actually had in it. After all of the bad stuff that happened, after all the criticism, I'm pretty sure he's did a lot of work, because the thing is, like, the reason why he was so hands-off in the first place was because he was focused so hard on Reverse Collapse. So once he was done with Reverse Collapse, he worked pretty much exclusively on Ghost Frontline 2. How'd she get that arm? She's always had that arm. It's part of her mod 3. I should say mod 3, but it's part of her neural upgrade in Ghost Frontline 1. DR gave it to her. She's pretty much always had this, but she never really did this electric shit. Yeah, nothing happened here. I can tell when it's a 5-star. Or an SSR, you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. It's a Venom Snake outfit. So no, nothing here. She took a tank shell for it. True that. Nope. Nothing here. And was a coma in 9 years. Not that. Not quite that. Nope. Okay, now here is when it gets a little spicy. Nope. Didn't happen here. Alright, maybe now, because I would like to save a little bit of gems, just a little bit. I don't think this one happened. I think we're going straight to Heart Pity. Oh, no, never mind. This is it. Yeah, this is it. No. Thank you, though. I'm glad you showed up. And we won the 50-50, boys! No profound sadness here. Welcome home, boss. Now, I actually wonder how strong she actually is. In terms of dupes. No Bethly. Yeah. Let me see how strong Strux is in terms of dupes. If we take a look over at the Discord, I'm pretty sure someone has already done an analysis. I don't care, she's flat. Okay, so to be completely real with you guys, I do think the flat jokes with UMP 45 does get a little old, I won't lie. 45 is really, really cute. Not only is she cute, but she's also a damn good character. And I know for a fact that people just do the flat jokes out of endearment. But it does get a little old, I won't lie. Let's see. Okay, no, it's not in here, so probably theory crafting, right? No. Oh, actually, they're still just looking into her. Okay. Yeah, it's still too early. It's still too early. I thought they already looked into it with all the shit that came out with like the with the drip feeding and stuff, but no, they're still looking into it. So they're not sure if dupes are going to be a thing or not. Just from what I've seen here. Go straight to her. Well, she did when we call Flash, she should have gotten a bigger chest. Damn. You know what? That's real. That's true. I have no argument against that. You know, I'm still just so taken aback by the fact that Mika actually made an Opie mousepad of Leva, and there's like nothing there. I was like, wow, that is so mean. Let me check the analysis. Maybe it's in here. What the fuck? It's called wash. What? God damn it. Okay, so the theory crafting forum for Leva is called Washboard Math. Holy shit. Right now, what I'm seeing right now is that you want Lena to be paired with her. With her mod key. I love tragic characters. Yeah, Leva is basically that. I mean, she's grown a lot from it, but she is the tragic character of Girls Frontline, besides Lunacia, of course. It's a full home pillow, yeah. And that is true, Nixon. You can at least take her mouse pad to work and not have to worry about anything. Flat music can be closer to her heart. That's also true. And better for shooters, yeah. Like imagine if we got an Opie mouse pad of Nikita. Like you basically couldn't move your arm at that point. Lina, Leva, and Andor's. I think that's probably the best way to go right now. Because I see here Andor's is also recommended as well. They're saying most of the Nagat might also be a good one for the team as well. But I think instead of going all in on making a team right now, especially if you don't have one, if you don't have an electric team set up, because honestly, Leva is... She kind of came out of nowhere with what they wanted to do with her. So, if you don't have an electric team, you may want to hold off until Rebella RO comes out and see what she does before spending all your resources on all these new characters to build an electric team. But I say for sure, it's looking like Lina is for sure going to be part of the electric team for Leva. I know. I mean, regardless, you want UMP 45 regardless. Because UMP 45 is going to be your damage carry. Let's see. Okay. What about corrosion and electric mix? So I'm assuming that's the core there is going to be Leva and Klukai. And it depends. It shows her gun. Yeah. Like all these moon runes. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a translation somewhere. This been updated yet? Ah, perfect. It has. It has. Let me just pull up this screen. That is of Yuhi. Let's swap that. I mean, Yuhi is good, but We're going to look at leva right now. So this is all the stats effects that she uses. Skill. That's her standard attack. That's one direction. Dealing AoE electric damage equivalent to 120% of attack. 7x3 area. 7x3 area. Applies negative charge for 2 turns. Drains voltage tiles. Skill 2 is more AoE. Right, so she's a sweeper, basically. Increased damage dealt by 30%. Deals by 1 point against targets with negative charge. Okay, so you want this rotation. You want to use her skill 1 into skill 2. Unless there's something up with her ultimate. No, this doesn't look like it. Ultimate deals AoE electric damage to all targets within a 7 tile radius and generates voltage tiles that last for 3 turns. Voltage tiles, okay? Level gains overclock strike for 3 turns after attacking. Superconductive strike can be used once. Okay, so what's superconductive strike? Superconductive strike. Select an enemy with a 7 tile radius. Range voltage. Then deals a melee electronic damage. Equivalent to 50% attack to it. Consumes all stacks of superconductive code. Damage multiplier. And you have 4 stacks is 1 to 20% and plus 6 melee damage. Okay. So this is follow-up attack. So in total, her ultimate does... Okay, no. I'm guessing this is 100%. Also gets pistol damage? Okay. Can you show the paid banners? You mean Leva? I'll show in a second after I read all this. Let me see the passive. I started around when triggering tile reactions to voltage tiles. Gains 1 stack of superconductive code. If Leva has positive charge, because look damage down by 10%. The enemy within attack range is applied with negative charge. Performs 1 instance of Y support, dealing melee electronic damage, equivalent to 60% of attack and 1 stability damage. And increases skill points by 1. Can be triggered twice by round. Twice per round. Yeah. She needs those stacks, so she needs to be constantly doing it. Tile reaction for voltage tiles. So she gets 1 at the start of the round, and she gets more when the tiles are triggered. So how does she get... So you may want to get her V1. That's what I'm seeing right now. If an enemy within negative charge within attack range dies, she gains 1 stack of superconductive code. So yeah, you may want that, but let's look at keys real quick. How does the melee work? It doesn't say here. It doesn't say what range it is. Reaches maximum. Yeah, that's for the base. I didn't even actually gain 1 attack code. Ooh, okay, actually. Let's look at the keys real quick before I decide on anything. Okay, so fixed key 1 at start of battle gains 2 stacks of superconductive code and 1 skill point. So you definitely want fixed key 1 for sure. You want fixed key 3 because that's important. Concealment, so yeah, because she's going to be in melee range, that's why. Before I was forming an active attack applies negative charge, so you might probably want this. Fixed key 6 is talk about gain overclock strike for 3 turns. What's overclock strike? So overclock strike is if target's ability is at 0 points, additional severity damage dealt is converted into electric damage. That's actually pretty important. Doing electric damage equivalent to. Ooh, that's gonna be a boost to that. Okay. So this is just more damage. Like she needs all of them. They're all really good, yeah. Even her common key is good. But I think by default, you want fixed key 1. I don't think you do any build without fixed key 1. And if you're going for a damage build, you go for 1, 2... or 5 or 6. Sorry, not 4, 5 or 6, but 1, 2, 3, 5 or 6. I think 4 is the least effective one out of all of them. But if you have someone who doesn't need to dispel buffs, or you find someone that doesn't need to get buffs dispelled on, you're probably looking at, in terms of damage, probably 1, 5, and 6, because negative charge is going to be important. Yeah, I think negative charge is going to be really, really important. So it's probably 1, 5, and 6. But I think 2 is also pretty good damage as well. Like, it's only 7%, but you should be breaking pretty easily with Leva, with how much they're pushing into it. But that said, if you get a fixed key 1, you get 2 stacks of superconductive code, which is nice, but there's no... It doesn't actually help you generate them faster. So I think if you want to get the most out of her, a good breakpoint is probably V2. Because that allows you to stack as many stacks as you can. And the rest of the dupes, they don't help you with that further. It just gives you more damage. I'm sorry, V6 does this as well. Start a turn, gain an additional stack of superconductive code. And in battle, when level gains 4 stacks. Yeah. So obviously V6. Obviously you want V6 if you really want to go full on meta with her. But I think a good breakpoint is V2. Yeah, V6 guaranteed. Get her max stacks because she basically starts out with 6 at that point. With fixed key 1 and and V6, and then you only need to do like skill 1 and skill 2, and then she gets max stats. I want to say. Now, from what I'm seeing right now, just based on what I'm seeing on Discord, she really wants Lena with her mod key to feel complete. What I'm seeing right now is that she is really strong with Lena supporting her. Yeah, I think someone asked for like the banner, so let me do that. Let me show that real quick. OG4 affords me just fine. Yeah. It's possible, yeah. Like, they've been delaying Lena for so long. And that's mostly because she's not being used in CN right now. What numbers on her weapon, though? Let me see if it's actually on the sheet here. I don't think it is, though. Oh, it is. It is, but it's on its own tab. Right. Interesting. They haven't updated the sheet yet. So the sheet's not updated. So the weapon's not on here yet. Thanks, Eclipse. I really appreciate that. I'm glad it's helping you out. Give me a light seizure. My bad. My condolences to Linda Bros. Yeah, I already got Leva. I'm going to try to grab Lena. I don't think that's going to happen. You check the numbers on the in-game banner weapon info. I already had the translation. Let's see. Uh, 10% to 15%. Let me just click on it again. 2.5 and 2.5. It says here. It looks like it raises negative charge damage to 10%. We have Ghost Frontline 1 and 2. Would there be a 3? Yeah, Ghost Frontline 3 would basically be reverse collapse unless they do something in between. Like a director's cut where it's just like where it's just a commander. So tantalizing. Yeah. I just think weapons are... They're not make or break, so to speak, but they're just really good on them. Alright, back to seizure time. But yeah, this is going to be a pretty interesting one because I just spent a lot of time farming these gems, but I don't know if I'll be able to get Leva. Or not Leva, but Lena in time. I'll try. Ghost 1-3 is basically Project Net. Probably not. That seems more like a side thing. We don't know for sure what the story is going to be because, as far as we know, this was just meant to be a fan game, and Mika picked it up. So we don't know if this was actually meant to have a full-on story or not. We don't know if Yuzhong is going to actually do anything regarding that. It could just be like a fun mode, because as it is right now, it's looking like it's going to be focused on PvP. Maybe. Yeah, it's doable to have a Ghost Frontline 3. But I feel like if they make a Ghost Frontline 3, it'd be like 10 years from now. Yeah, basically a really dedicated fans wanted to make a shooter. 10 years in real life. Doing he's commanding till he's 80, probably, yeah. Yeah, I will say this. I wanted to be better than Snowbreak because I was bored of Snowbreak. I got bored of Snowbreak. So if Project Net is better than Snowbreak, then that's good for me. If it's not, if it's about the same quality, then it's really going to have to depend on what else it offers. How's Leva, by the way? I have not played with Leva yet. I just got her, and I'll be holding off on playing her until tomorrow, because it is pretty late now. I don't want to get too into it tonight. Especially since I had to, like, actually read her kit and build her up and do it correctly. It's going to take more time since I'm going to have to read the translations and just get used to it. I also need to build up her team because I don't have an electric team right now. All I have is Honduras. So I also need to get Lena, because Lina is like 100% needed to push Leva to her full potential. So she's next. She's next in line. Nah, looks like she got rid of it. Thanks. Okay, I think I am. I think I'm done, guys. Like I'm actually getting pretty tired. We did the pull with Leva, and we didn't get dicked by the 50-50. So I'm pretty happy with it. I will test out Leva while I'm offline, and I'll tell you how she's like. But tomorrow at 7 p.m. we're going to do the story for Deep Oblivion. Get all into that. To answer your question, do male TT dolls exist? Yes, they do. They will not exist in the main story because it's girls' Frontline. But males do exist. Male dolls do exist. Alright guys, you take care. I'm getting the hell out of here before you guys make more questions out of me. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.